Then, welcome to the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. So as I said, it's like, well, you'll see. We'll find it out. We'll find out. It's very fun to play. Woohoo! Yeah. Okay.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day,
Yeah.
something very
Sounds like a
peculiar
good job,
happened.
right?
Something that would forever change
Oh
Stanley.
no. What?
Something he would never quite forget.
What happened?
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not
The happiness
one
part.
single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Oh no.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
Hello, Stanley.
Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation.
Oh no.
Something was very clearly wrong.
There is
Shocked,
something wrong.
frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay. So the game's starting. So already now we can like change the game for a little bit because he said he stepped out of his office, and I'll give you an example. Let's just not get out of the office, and I bet you he will say something about it like get the fuck out of the office or something. So we'll just stay here, just have a good watch, monitor, pens, like filing stuff. There's like a pencil sharpener. Recommendations from the oversight committee. Okay, very cool. What is this? I hate Mondays. Some file cabinets. A lamp. Two lamps, and it's almost 11. What else can we see? You can just press some buttons. I'll just put the sensitivity down a bit. But there's nothing in the cup. We are just waiting here. Okay, hold on. I'll just grab a drink for myself. It could be that we have to stand there for like 10 minutes for him to say something. It's like one of those kind of games. You just get a little cola. Do you want a cola? Oh, can't go open. So, how were the cats? Yeah? What did they do? Oh no. Did you force him on her? How? Did she still like you? Well, that sounds pretty nice to do. Spill down the truck. Aww. Nala has a good cut. A very good cut. And Simba probably too. Okay. I mean, this takes too long. Let's get out of this office. Or let's give him like... Let's give it like 30 more seconds. Hey, Valentino. How are you? Have you ever heard of the Stanley Parable? It's not a horror game. It's just a fun game. A comedy game, I guess. We'll just go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, so all our colleagues are gone and we're going to the meeting room. Yeah, it is such a mess. If you want to try anything or do anything, just tell me. We're playing the game together, so if you want to do something or try something, just shout it out.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, what should we do? Left or right? Okay. What about you, Valentino? Where you want to go? Left or right? I'm going right. Just to fuck with the guy.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
420, sure. We'll find 420 one.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
$420, blaze it!
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
He just knows I'm just looking at the paintings. Just...
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
I will just be staying here. Just have a little check. Let's stand on the table.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Let's go away. Is there... I bet you he has something more to say. Let's just wait for one more bit. On what? Like, just on a PC? Should we go or should we stay? Okay, go.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Okay, door or continue? Straight.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay, thank you. There's a platform.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else
Should
can
I
be
jump off
difficult,
here or
but
go
the
there?
fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've
Dankjewel,
forgotten
Valentino.
about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
No.
Give me a chance.
No, you shall not prove it. Okay. Prove it then. Prove it.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
I play it on PC,
I still
Valentino.
don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
We'll just go blue.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
What did we find?
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures.
Yeah, the man is
this
so
what
dumb.
you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for
He's so
you?
done.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see.
It's a nice room.
Help
I
me
mean,
here,
it's very
Stanley. Help
big.
elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me
Just nothing.
absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you
Okay.
can give me some feedback.
Sure.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Ooh, ceiling is broken. So we can go this way, or this way. Where are we going? No problem, Valentino. On PC, like a computer. I play it on computer. Which door are we going? Go. Oh. Oh.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Yeah. What's our experience with the game? A 1, a 2, a 3, or a 4, or a 5? I would say we haven't done much yet, so I'm giving it like a 2.
Oh, well, now this is useful. You didn't like it, but you didn't totally hate it either. You enjoyed it, perhaps is the correct term.
I enjoyed it.
It didn't cause you excruciating pain. Big
Okay.
steps we've made here today, Stanley.
We did make big steps.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one.
Okay.
Let's take a look.
Sure. We'll have a look. Oh. What's this? The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. Okay, a leaderboard. Cool. I'll go left again. Oh.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
No, not that much. I'm sorry.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing.
Well,
You
fine,
wouldn't mind
sure.
taking a look at it, would you?
No, of course not.
Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Okay, I'm curious. What?
In
oh,
this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right. And if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life.
I understand.
I think the art world will really take notice.
I
But of course,
betcha.
the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours.
4 hours,
So why
okay.
don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
I will.
You heartless
I was too late.
bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite
do
me?
hate babies.
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas.
Yeah.
I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out.
Oh.
I'm out. I'm done.
Oh,
It's over.
Oh.
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain?
Sure.
Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Okay. What game are you playing?
Aha! Fascinating.
Okay.
What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent
I am a
civilians
creepy
below
man.
you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
Yeah, it is always
Yes,
a twisted
that
erotic
must be
purpose.
it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley, and it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Okay. What do you think about this game, guys? Better than the boring Stanley Parable? This seems way better. Way better. Let's get down
Oh,
here.
no, it can't be.
Where should we go?
It is. It's an open
Yeah.
world game. Good
Jonesy
God, quickly,
Lake.
block it off.
Let's go here. Oh.
Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call.
Oh.
You nearly wandered off into that thing.
Where'd it
That
go?
big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank
He's
heavens
feeling
we
sick.
avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
The new follower is just a bot, I think.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly
Nice.
what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Okay. Yeah. It's a pretty cool
Okay,
game.
so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball?
It is
Stanley,
sports ball.
I think it's sports ball.
It is
Oh, what
sports
fun.
ball?
We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together.
So fun.
Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Okay. I will have fun. This is fun. This is way more fun than the Stanley Parable. Goal!
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun?
I am
Is
winning.
it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
Way better.
Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports
Oh,
experience.
yes.
I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball.
Oh, another ball.
Yes. Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm
Yes,
insatiable.
more balls, please.
More balls.
More balls. That's plenty of balls. Balls, balls, balls. Well, this is actually a fun game.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley?
Yeah,
Are you having fun?
I
Is this a
am having
real
fun.
video game? Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over.
Oh,
That's right.
Oh.
Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley.
Goodbye.
I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
Okay, bye-bye. Woohoo! I'm a little car. Vroom, vroom, zoom. Jump in the goal. I will jump in the goal. I will jump in the goal. I will jump in the goal. Bye-bye.
Hold on. What are you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Bye. Bye. Oh. Oh, this is like a horror game now. Hello? Anyone here? Let's take the door on the right. Hello? Anyone here? What's this? Okay. Oh.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well,
That's
perhaps
fine,
he's gotten
Valentino.
it.
Have a nice,
Down in
have a nice
wherever
evening.
he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
That's threatening. He does think very highly of himself. Okay, there we are again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where are we going?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What do you think about... Right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
There we are.
Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
I like this room. What do you think about this room? Have you seen like something like this before?
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
It is
Really worth
also
it.
my favorite room. It has like this soda machine, and it has like these paintings. But
At this point, Stan is
yeah, yeah,
obsessed, but
yeah.
at last he'd had enough of the amazing room and
Okay,
took the first open door on his left to
should we
get back to
go
business.
this way or that way?
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
What is here? Oh, nothing.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let a ball up inside you. Oh, this is the Andy treatment.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
We're just standing here.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
What do you think, Lady Babyface? What do you think?
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
I will stay in
Are
the
you
closet.
really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
No. Room closet.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said
Hey,
Stanley walked past the broom closet,
We're just
maybe
standing in
she
a
would have had a
closet.
reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your
Hi, Beck.
friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
The broom closet ending.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. And that all with
Fat and
drug
ugly.
money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system
dead.
and you collapsed on the keyboard.
Yep,
Well, in a
that's it.
situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead.
I
They
am
have fallen
dead.
prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
No, I will be staying in the broom closet. What do you guys think? Shall we stay? Shall we go? What do we do? The closet, right? We'll just stay in the closet. The closet is for the win. We'll just be standing here and do absolutely nothing. So, Valentina, what did you do today? Did you do anything fun? No, 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 no. Let's give him, like he needs to get really, really mad at us. I mean, he already thinks we're dead and we're fat and ugly. Let's see what else is there to see. There's like a wrench. There's a spool. What do you mean, Valentino? Do you maybe have a hideaway the chat delay? I'm also stupid, yeah. Nico, that doesn't sound. That's some kind of body, Nico. Fun where we're with friends. Fun where we're with friends. Fun where we're with. When we're with friends. Yeah, 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 I get it. A bot in the chat. It is certainly a bot. This is the broom. This is the closet. I would say we'll give it 30 more seconds. 30 more seconds in the broom closet. 30 more seconds in the closet. And when 1 second passes, we will be staying 29 seconds in the broom closet. 29 seconds in the... Oh, I cannot even leave. Oh, I can. Let's close it then. Okay.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a
Just
monkey
let him
nearby
stay.
who can
I
hand the
guess it's
controls
good
to.
for my...
A fish? Fungus?
It's fine.
Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
It's a nice broom closet, nice broom closet. There's a light bulb. Do we stay? Do we go? What do we do? Do we stay? Do we go? Okay, I will go.
Coming to a staircase,
Okay.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
I'll
office.
give him this. Ooh, look at this. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes, if the boss suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose? What? Extreme bathrooms, that's a good magazine. There's a toilet. Okay, cool. Yeah. Very cool. Bye, Valentino. Okay, boss's office. What's in here? Very empty. There's an elevator. Elevator? Bing bong! Oh! This elevator just keeps going. Hello? It just doesn't go anywhere. This elevator just doesn't go anywhere. It just does the sound. It just keeps going otherwise. It's random. Okay, well, cool.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
What about 3652?
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-doo. I got it. Elevator. Ooh, spooky. Okay, so we're getting somewhere.
Descending deeper
Babyface.
into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
I do
It
feel a
was
bit
a
peculiar.
stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt
This one
more
actually
free to
moved.
think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to
No
him?
music, no.
This question would not go unanswered for long.
Ooh.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me.
Silly you.
Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question.
I just want to
can't
get back
wait
to the boss's
find out.
office. La 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 la.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow! I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Yeah, lose the attitude. Jeez. Okay. I mean, I guess there's nothing else to do. Can we open the piano, play the piano? No, no. Okay, Mr. Narrator. Jeez. Jerk. Jerk,
Incredible.
jerk, jerk.
Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
Shut up, Mr. Attitude.
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he?
Sure.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator.
Yes.
I can't even
elevator.
begin to grapple with what might be up there.
I
Is
think
it
it's
the
the
boss's office again?
Yes.
Or what if it's the boss's office this time?
I hope
the suspense is killing me.
I hope it's the boss's office. There we go. There we are.
Oh my god. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this. Okay, I'm ready.
He's
I'm
ready.
prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait!
Okay.
No! I need more time to process.
Okay. Ooh, yes. Ooh. What do you think of the game?
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping
You're starting
narrative,
to
Master
feel bad.
Stanley.
Yeah, you are. Okay, we'll just listen to him now.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's
He
just
does
how
deserve it.
revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
He is very condescending. So just go up. Goodbye. Goodbye.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense,
what is at the top?
agony of waiting and anticipating
Yes,
and having
that's
to guess, that's the
exactly
real
it.
thrill.
It is.
Oh, I simply don't want to let that
He
feeling
understands.
go. It's so precious,
He understands
so
us.
fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow? There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley,
It
seems
actually
like
is.
nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension?
Yes.
Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the
Totally
characters?
correct.
Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises? To have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal. This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years. And it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories
I just
that
wrote on
surprise
the
me,
wall
Stanley.
of my
I want to have to think.
room.
I want to be
in real life.
engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital.
Well, it's
and
with
alive.
a special kind of pen.
That's why people like you so much, Stanley.
Invisible
Because you're
pen.
not afraid to spit in the face of tradition.
I wrote
You're a
Basia
role
with a
model,
heart
you
on
know?
the eye.
People look up to you. Which is why, though I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you, so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh good, we're here. Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
Basia means very pretty girl. This guy went to Mars. Look at him. He went to Mars and back. And they made the pyramids. Let's go for the press conference. World peace, baby.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door. All right, are
Welcome,
you ready?
Stanley.
I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get 'em.
Stanley, my true love for you grows every day. You make me feel alive. Your wife from the apartment ending. There's apartment ending. I love the way you write elevators. Thanks for showing me that cool skateboard trick in the parking lot. You are too cool. Good luck on stage, Ragan. No one tells stories the way you do. Go get him, Tiger. Oh, they're all so proud of me. Oh, that's so nice. Up again, down again. Stanley story. They are all so proud of me. Oh, yes. Oh, the dude who came up with pizza. That's him. Oh my. Ah, all the stars have been here. Stanley the Manly. Let's go. Oh, yes. Woo, people. There I am. Yes. Ain't you proud of me? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, yes. Yes, I'm a star. Yes, I did it. 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 There we are again. We're back. Hello?
All of his co-workers were gone. What
It
could
was
it
all a
mean?
dream.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay. So I noticed some computers are on and you can turn them off. So I bet you there's something to do with it. Let's turn all the computers off. Waiting input. Input received. What? Okay, yeah. I will do exactly what he wants, but I want to try something with the computers. Just maybe something happens.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Well, I'm sorry, I just wanted to try a few things. Yeah, I didn't even know. Did not anticipate. Look at this desk, it's just the pencil sharpener station. This is your office. This is what I imagine you do when you're at work. Hey, Valentino. Oh, 420. I want in. I want in. I want in. I want in. Blaze it. Needs more input. No, let's do what he says. Let's do what he says. Right?
When
This
Stanley
time?
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
It was a trap. It really looked like a trap. But we're just going to do what he says. One door will...
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay. Oh, it opened on its own. It opened on its own.
Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
I will. We'll be taking some little bit more time then. I bet you he's going to say something, right? or not, and we're just waiting for nothing. Let's get a drink for myself. Yeah, it is so soothing, the light. Okay, let's just go.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator
now we're
talk.
just doing
That
it.
kind of anxiety isn't healthy.
And he's not happy
so
with it
he
either.
relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Very soothing, this. Yeah, he has a problem with everything, and no problem, Valentino.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Ah, Jesus. Okay, we're going down. No. We're going to listen to him this time.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
So what's this? What is this?
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Wow. It is like actual life.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Oh no.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
What is this? Wait, there's like a screen. What does this do? It's like a big ass cinema.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
What do we do? Do we turn it off? Do we? Yes, Shrek would be amazing there. Did we shut
Blackness
ourselves off?
and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold?
Nice.
But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Stanley was happy. So this is the like ending if you do it all according to him. So what do you want to do now?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Just do no, not new content. Let's like do a like
When Stanley
mixture.
came to a set of two
Just a
open
quick
doors, this was not
mixture.
the correct way to the meeting room, and
Let's
Stanley
go
knew it
around.
perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
We go
The lounge was sublime,
Here?
a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Let's go here.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Let's go there.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Who is it?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
Okay.
I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is
Her?
it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
She's been waiting. I don't know, babyface. There's like 400 endings or something. There's an ending for everything. Where are we going? Oh,
That's her, Stanley.
that's
You
her?
need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her.
What's going on?
If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone. As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone.
No.
He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another.
Oh, I think that's the
Music comes
apartment
in,
ending.
fade to white, roll
But
credits.
nope, we're not getting the
Not
apartment
picking up
ending.
the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even
Bad
possible?
Stanley.
None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Yes.
I can't believe I was so mistaken.
Yeah,
this
dummy.
is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you
No.
properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
No.
Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice.
Rupert's.
He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read.
Yes.
Which choice would you make?
The second
Remember
one.
that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
My goodness. Is it... My goodness.
Excellent.
Okay.
Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day.
Okay.
Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant.
True.
And the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
All right.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Oh, okay. Okay. Where are we going? Hello? where are we going? Are we going back?
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
Oh.
Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
We're getting forced to go back. Oop. Okay. Sorry. Narrator, sorry. I think he's mad. I couldn't jump. I'm really...
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Oh, it's all broken. It's all broken. Okay, I'm really forced to go the other way.
Oh, it's ruined. You can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down.
Yes, shut it down.
I have to. I have to.
Ooh, spooky.
I'm here. I'm still here in this pile of rubbish. With you, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny?
Yeah.
You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That
so
thought
mad.
hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
I'm a child.
Oh, my story.
He's so sad.
If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a
I've
whole
already seen
underground
it.
facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make...
Oh.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Just shut up.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Just going to walk backwards all the time now.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
This one's locked.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Can I go there? Oh, the boss's office is different.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Panda.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Nightshark 115. Nightshark 115.
Stanley spoke the code. Nightshark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Nightshark 115. Nightshark 115.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
But the game doesn't allow for that. Nightshark 115.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
I like it. I like to do it.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Don't do it, Stanley. Go right.
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
The end.
I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important.
What?
The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision.
What?
It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait.
You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Wow, what an ending. What an ending. I would say that's it for today. Um, I'm getting a little bit tired. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I would like to see you all next time. Thank you for watching, and have a great night.